Today I'm going to show you how to make a GIF file from your photographs and then upload it onto your Tumblr. Okay, so in this set of photographs here, from A to K, what I did was a series of photographs. As you can probably see, they're a bit small though, is I just had some Lego blocks and I kind of built them up and put more and more and more onto them until this is my final image. To edit them all, in the same way, so the same sort of colour balance and the same exposure, I did that in, they were all raw files. So what I did was I chose to edit one exactly how I wanted it, and then I edited all the rest of them automatically by synchronizing them. Now, if you have got raw files and you need to edit them so they all look the same, so they've all got the same kind of balance and the same colors, then you need to go to a tutorial that I've already done, and it's called Editing Raw Files by Synchronizing. So you must watch that tutorial first to be able to edit all of your set of photographs using the same balance, the same editing presets and stuff, and then you'll be able to sort of move on to this bit. So what I've got is all these photographs going in sequence. The reason why I've got an A and then a double A and a B was because I started off as using this as A, and then I realised that I didn't have like a blank empty space, and what I wanted to do, because it's going to loop, I didn't want it to kind of not have that sort of start and finishing empty space. So then I added just a straightforward black rectangle, and then that's why I've got an A and a double A. Now, also what I want to avoid is going from nothing, building through to finish something, and then looping back to nothing again. And then, so what I decided to do, I thought it'd be nicer if I went through the sequence to the image with the most amount of content in it, and then just went backwards through the stages, so they were appearing and then slowly disappearing again in that kind of loop. So all I did was I copied my set of photographs, so from here to here, and then I just called them different file names. So I've just gone, all the way from A to V. Okay, so right, so actually then make a GIF. Take your first image and take that into Photoshop, and then if your layers palette hasn't appeared, then just go to Window and into Layers, and the palette will appear. And then I don't want a background layer, so I'm going to double click and just make it into a layer, and that's my first one. And then you go to File. Now on your computer it'll probably say Place Embedded. Okay, mine's a slightly older computer, so it's Place. And then I've already got A, so now it's going to be, I'm going to place the double A. And tick that. And then File, Place, B, place it, tick it. Right, so what I'm going to do now for the next 5 minutes or so is I'm going to place all my photographs until I get to V. So what I suggest you do is fast forward at this point and then rejoin when you see V on the screen. Okay, so yeah, so I've just fast forward because all I'm going to do is just keep adding things now. Okay, so hopefully you fast forwarded and you've got to this point. Okay, so what we need to do now is select all the layers. So shift and click the first one. Okay, let's try it again. Shift. That's it. Okay, so that should select all of them. And once you've done that, you need to go to Window, and you need to go to Timeline, and then click on Create Frame Animation, and then one of your photographs appears. Then you need to go to this little symbol here. You need to click on that, and then click on Make Frames from Layers. Okay, and then all of your individual photographs will appear. And then select all. So you can do click and then shift, and so finger on the shift and click again. Okay, selects all of them. Just get rid of okay. And then you need to click on the timings of one of them. So any one will do, but I'll tend to go for the first one. So can you see where it says 0 seconds? If you click on the arrow next to it, you've got some choices like no delay, or 0.2 seconds, or 0.5 seconds, or 2 seconds, whatever, whichever one you think might be the best kind of suited to your GIF. But I'm going to go for 0.2 because that's quite, I think it's good timing. So I'm going to go for 0.2, and you'll see it's changed it for each of the individual frames. And then you need to go to where it says once, and what's up to you. I mean, if you want just the GIF to show once, then you just leave it at once, or if you just wanted to go 3 times, that's fine, but I'm just going to put it on forever, so it will just keep looping forever. Okay, so let's just shorten this back down. Oh, if you want to see then, let me just take this back. If you want to see what it looks like at this point, because you might want to change your mind and choose another timing, so press the play button, and this is what 0.2 seconds worth of time looks like. Okay, so it then enable you, if you're not happy with 0.2, you can go into any of them and just change it. Right, and at that point we can stop it. Then we can go to File and Save for Web. And what you've got to make sure is that it's a GIF. And right, well, because it's quite a large file with lots of images, it's going to take a minute or two for it to process. So you can see there's like a little stopwatch on here. So what I'm going to do, when it's ready to go, when it's processed, it'll turn into an arrow. So if you want to, you can fast forward again, and then just rejoin when you see the little stopwatch change into an arrow. Okay. Okay, so welcome back. Right, at this point, you can see there's a width, pixels and height, and what you need to do is choose the larger number and change that to 1200, and the width should change with it. If it doesn't, just obviously they've been unlocked and you need to lock them back up by clicking on that. But whatever the larger number is, that's the one you change to 1200, and then you save. And again, it's going to take a bit of time for it to process. So again, you might want to fast forward and then rejoin when the little stopwatch symbol disappears. Okay, so welcome back. Save it, so I'll just call it Lego GIF, and then I'm just going to save it on the desktop and save. And that's it, so we'll just close that. And there it is. So if I just open up my Tumblr, and then you just put it into a photo post. So click on your photo, upload, find your GIF file, open, and post. Okay, and eventually, because it is quite a large file, but because we've saved it to the largest size to 1200 pixels, then eventually it will save. Okay, and so that's it. That's how you make a GIF file from photographs. And that's the end of the